How's it going, you Fealty gamers? Welcome to this vidya on the Fealty Gaming channel. Thank you for everyone new who's joined and everyone from when I kind of started a little bit over a week ago that's been coming back for these videos. Welcome. Thank you for giving it a shot, checking out videos, and just hanging out. If you would leave some comments today, I'm going to try something new where it's just going to be conversational. I'm just going to be probably rambling while we watch some gameplay from two matches I played, one in the big team mode, and then I played that new kind of limited time mode with the sliding down the road. I can't remember the name, but it is amazing. Thank you to the people that made that. Fortnite needs to do more of that. And I'm just going to be talking about general Fortnite stuff. I'd really like to start up conversation and really get to know everyone in the community and chat in the comment section there. So let me know, and also leave a like anytime you'd want to. It does help the channels. I don't really know much about the algorithm or anything right now since I'm kind of so new to like doing mainly YouTube instead of Twitch. So please do all that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so let's get on into the gameplay. Here we go. Ah, gotta love that fly down. I like that the little bullets hanging off. I do like that one. You see I got the skateboard on my back. That thing is kind of cool. But have y'all noticed that in with some skins, it just does not like the robot chicken looking skin thing. It's just in the skin. It's just in there. So it's definitely not the back piece that you could have with every piece of gear that's out there. But hey, I still likes it. Okay, I still likes it. Golly. All right. So what I want to start talking about today, first off, is the whole Tfue and Faze clan situation. I was thinking about doing a more legitimate video about it, and I'm going to be doing one in the future when we get more information. I know that, I'm sure you're probably saying, but there's a ton of information out there. I agree, but we don't have anything fully legitimate yet. We have basically what I feel is the initial steps people take when they're about to go into a legal proceeding in the public sphere. So we got people kind of like vying for their position right now, where one side's saying this, the other side's saying that, and when you hear it from like the other side, you're kind of like, huh? But then you hear the opposition to that reply, and it's like both sides at some time seem like they are making sense. But I will say though, it is starting to seem to me that Faze Clan is starting to make more sense at this time than Tfue is. But, alright, so let's start off for those who maybe don't know about the whole Tfue situation. What it really comes down to, in my opinion, and if I'm going to do a quick summation of the thing for people who don't know what's happening, is Tfue's trying to get out of his contract with Faze Clan. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. This is just the real, true basic of what I feel it is that Tfue's trying to get out of his contract. He's got a bad contract. He's trying to get out of it. And at this point in time, he's got such potential for so many greater opportunities and greater growth in the future that his current contract just can't compare to that. And probably anything that they can possibly offer him is not going to compare to that. So that's what I would say is the basics of it. And what's been happening is you find out Tfue's taking Faze Clan to court because FaZe Banks is mentioning on Twitter out of nowhere, and I think someone else let me know. I can't remember exactly how it started right now. I think it was FaZe Banks and someone else mentioned on Twitter I can't believe he's doing this, and it's such a shock, and things like that, like utter shock. But then you kind of find out, well, they've known that there's things in the works, that he's not happy since, September of last year. And, I could understand some of the shock being, from FaZe's side of it, they're looking at it from what they're explaining is they kind of made this guy, from what they're saying, made this guy. When I hear the numbers, they're like, oh, he went from, a couple hundred viewers on Twitch to, these hundreds of thousands, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first off, as a former Twitch streamer that has gone through periods of success of a couple hundred, then back down to nothing, and then built up to 100, nothing, I've had my ebb and flow. And to me, at all times, getting up to like 50 people watching, getting up to 20 people watching is like you've made it. You have a community now. Like, that's unbelievable. So like when I heard that at first, I was kind of like, all right, so he had already made it, and then he made it uber crazy good. Like, what? So it is quite a difference, I will say. Going from like 100 to like 100,000 that's a big difference. You know, that's like made it for someone like me who's a nobody. You know, to you have made it. So I can see that, like, in their eyes. It's like you joined our organization before you were something, and then in so doing that, and over the time what you've accomplished yourself, because really everything he's done is on his own back. Pay no mind to that little flip that I just messed up there in game. Pay no mind to that. But, like, you know, he had to do this on his own back. If he himself wasn't entertaining streamer, an amazing player, just general, like, this is someone, a magnanimous person that you want to watch, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like, yeah, you helped him, but that was the route he was on no matter what. Like, I always feel that with, like, streaming on Twitch, you have a couple of routes. You can either be like the esports pro, or you could just be really funny, or you could have you gotta have something. There's gotta be something to you. But when you're an esports pro, you gotta either be entertaining, like, you know, Ninja and Tim the Tatman. More so, I would say probably Ninja. I think he's very talented. He is. And like Tfue. Very talented players and enjoyable to watch. So it's like, if you're gonna be a pro, but if you're like amazing at the game but you're boring as heck, I don't think you can hit the numbers that people like Ninja and Tfue hit. I just don't. I think that you will be interesting to watch insofar as people's desire to maybe become good at the game. You know, look at it. What is this board flying by? I look back at it. Look at me look back at it. I'm like, what the heck, by the way? I'm like, what the heck? Who's throwing garbage into this thing here, huh? They're leaving boards here. But, like, I really feel like you gotta be entertaining. Because I've seen back when I used to watch, like, StarCraft 2 streams, that's when I found Day9 TV. He was one of the streamers who inspired me to become a streamer. When I saw him do an Amnesia playthrough, it entertained me so much. I was like, oh, I want to bring joy and fun to people's days like him. So it's like, you gotta have that entertaining side to you. Like, he started off as a pro, but then he started doing more shoutcasting stuff. But there were so many pros in the StarCraft 2 days and StarCraft days that were streamed that were just so boring. And they never grew like the rest of the people, like Day9. Day9 became so informative and so interesting that even though he wasn't the best player in the world, you didn't go to the StarCraft 2 streams for the other people. You went for Day9. It's like, so I understand where they're coming from by saying, well, he started from X point and joined our organization, then look what happens. He just goes, and it's like, well, you basically brought people to see him. That was your deal at that point. When your deal was heavily in favor of you, you brought people to go check him out so that you can open up opportunities for you to profit, especially in your highly profitable, you know, kind of deal. So I think that they both paid each other off there. You made him big, and while you had a heavily profitable deal, he got big. So I feel those are even Steven there. So when I'm hearing the explanations of like, well, he wouldn't have been anything without them, I'm just like, okay, but you know, he had to still be him and be talented and do a thing, right? So to me, it's just that side of it. There's so much of it that's just right now, without the legitimate information, without seeing all the offerings that Faze Clan has made, without seeing all the denials that Tfue has done if those things did happen, without seeing maybe what the legitimate contract is, without seeing the amount of money that has been transferred and utilized and made, and all the deals that maybe Tfue has lost, and all this stuff, without seeing everything from a court case or the aftermath of the court case, which will most likely be when we find out about anything, or during it from leaks and stuff, which will be happening probably throughout this entire thing, since they're both very public figures. You know, without seeing that, I can't truly decide, because Faze Clan are trying to make it out. They did that video where there was no video, it was just audio, and they're talking about how, like, the contract that he signed was something that they didn't kind of continue. Like, they weren't taking the money. They only took $60,000 from 2 or 3 brand deals that they made themselves for him. But in the contract, if you check out, I think it was YouTuber Law, I believe it was the one that mentioned that just because they didn't take the money doesn't mean that they can't take the money later. Like, in the contract, the way it's worded is that the dealings here are insofar as, like, they could take this at any time, which is a very good bargaining chip to have on your side when you're trying to renegotiate deals, you know? So I'm seeing on my side that the Faze Clan has a lot of bargaining chips, and no matter what, Faze Clan has all the chips here, all the cards. They have them all. They have every single one of them. They have the better deal on paper, signed, and currently in use completely. They have in that contract clauses where they could basically screw over Tfue at any time for that money. There's a lot, I think, more so in favor of Faze Clan, if you think about it. I mean, if all the money that he's made for, like, the brand deals, and, like, they say they haven't taken, like, Twitch money or anything, I didn't see any lines in there where they could take the funds he makes from Twitch, so I think he's good on that. But there's, I'm sure, a lot of merchandising and a lot of stuff that they probably could take money from him. And what I think is going to probably come down to in this case is, I think that Tfue's going to have to pay out whatever the amount would be that that Faze Clan is deserved of. And then at that point, the contract becomes null and void. I think that's what, like, I'm making my prediction right now. It's either going to be a settlement, which will be around that cost, most likely less, because he's probably not going to have that money. Or, well, he probably does. From everything he's making on Twitch and YouTube and everything, he's probably got more than that. So he could probably make a deal like that where it's like, all right, here's millions of dollars. I'm out of my contract. You know, this is what you should have been making, what you never collected. Now I'm out of my contract. Bye. And then he goes and starts up his own group, and, like, it's been leaked from Tfue's brother that he's looking to make his own organization, which, you know, maybe it could be good having more options out there. I don't see what games that they're going to be playing or whatnot. I mean, I think Fortnite is doing okay as an esports, but I don't think it's going to last too long. I don't think it has the balance and competitiveness as other games might have. You know, I mean, like, Halo 2 was a very balanced game. CSGO is a very balanced game. That's why CSGO, I mean, you could watch CSGO tournaments on television. I mean, it's on TNT. The channel TNT, if you don't know about it. It's on television. I don't see Fortnite on there. I see Overwatch. I see CSGO. I see, I think it was a Hearthstone tournament I saw once. I saw... What's the other game? League of Legends, too, or it might have been Dota 2. Games that are kind of balanced, where you have an offensive and a defensive, whereas Fortnite, maybe the loot you got at the beginning of the game wasn't too good, and you didn't get many kills because you're playing more of a defensive type of game style. And there's so many variables outside of just player ability in the game that I think makes it harder to be a long-term esports. Like, as of right now, it's interesting insofar as you have these entertaining people playing. But once you kind of lose that, and the entertainers maybe aren't winning, and they're not getting into these end games, and they're not getting into the ends of the tournaments towards the final rounds and stuff, then is there any, like, there's still some enjoyment to watching it, but I think it does lose a little something. And like, I don't mean to kind of like talk bad about Fortnite here. I think it's a beyond entertaining game to play, and also a beyond entertaining game to watch when you're watching your favorite play it. But outside of that, yeah, it's a little bit hard. Whereas something like Overwatch, as long as you kind of enjoy the game, it doesn't matter who's playing it, you can appreciate it because you can kind of see the offense and the defense that goes into it. In Fortnite, they're pretty much all the same level of building capability. You know, and then it's really just on like shooting skills and stuff, and I don't think it has an offense. Just, yeah, you can disagree with me. I appreciate you for that. Like, I think that's more on a, you know, self-entertainment and whatnot. But so with all this aside, you know, Tfue was looking to start up his own thing. Then in the contract, there is also things where he can't compete with them for like 6 months if, you know, he was gonna make his own team and everything. There's so much that's just in these contracts that are bad. But I will definitely be making a video in the future when we have a lot more legitimate information that I could say, this is this, you know, this is the situation, this is what's been going on, this is what's been offered. Like, I especially need to know what's been offered. When they say they basically gave him deals that they would take nothing from him, what was it? What, you know, I need to see the proof of that. Because that's wild. If they're gonna, but then they're saying they were gonna pay him $1 million a year. They were gonna take nothing from him. They just want him on the team. Like, could he really be truly that great of a player that like you just need him on the team? Oh, speaking of teams, watch me win this game right now. Watch me win this game right now. Bam, got you. 2 down. 2 down. Oh, got another player here. Bam, 3 down. Oh, come on, for the win. Bam. Bam, look at these plays. Look at these plays. You're getting the win for the team. Wow, the enemy team was so close. Getting the final kill. Final elimination. Bam. Yeah, but we're gonna go. This is a new mode, by the way. This mode is great. This mode is awesome. Play it if you haven't played it. Fortnite needs to do more of this. They need to think outside of, well, Fortnite didn't do this. Thank you to the people in the community that made it. I can't remember the names off my head, but truly, those people, we need to, if they have streams, let me know in the comments if they have streams, because I definitely want to go and stop by and drop a donation, drop some bits, because I appreciate things. The amount of work that went into this mode is unbelievable. And really thanks to them for creating something unique like this and something fun. I think Fortnite absolutely needs to do this. Like, send the Tfue stuff aside. Like, really, like, because that's, we can't talk, what can we say about that any further? Really, what can we? It's a crappy situation, but when that comes out, you'll see a video. I'll make a legitimate video, not just me talking over gameplay like this. I'll make a legitimate video with all the stuff. I'll show it on the screen and everything. But modes like this, Fortnite needs to do this. Epic needs to do this. This would be awesome. Imagine like a longer race that's not just like around a few blocks. If they can make like, imagine taking like SSX, that snowboarding game, but making it like this where you have obstacles, you have a slide you're going down, you got items you could use, you got coins you need to collect, and everything like that, and make like actual different modes, not just utilizing what you already have in Fortnite, such as the building and the shooting and everything, but just turning into something. I think that the Fortnite players would accept something like this. Like, you don't have to make it a skateboarding thing. We don't need to use the hoverboard. You could just have people running in place down a street like this. I think the community would accept it as long as it's done well. It loads. You don't have to deal with, like, you know, DCs and stuff. Like, this mode, the only downside to it is that there's a lot of DCing, and you get into matches that don't start for like 5 minutes because you're sitting there loading. If it wasn't for that, like, oh, this would be a great mode. Then you get a spot like this where you have to jump to get over that little sidewalk there. But imagine, like, a really well-done version of this. I could see them then taking it farther where you make teams. Maybe, like, a 3-person team, and you're going down a slope. Like, I've been playing the Team Sonic Racing. I have the review up. If you want, I'll probably put a card up at the top of the right of the screen there, where I review Team Sonic Race. And imagine like a 3-man team where like you have like boosters you could give to each other, like items with like cooldown timers or something. I don't know. You know, like imagine that in Fortnite. So you pop open your Fortnite, and it's not like you're just getting a battle royale with battle royale modes. You're getting a battle royale, you're getting a racing game, you're getting a shooting game, you're getting in this game. Like Epic needs to do this. Epic needs to add more modes like this. When I was doing my talk about Epic Games and things that I had found out about Epic Games, one of the things that they had mentioned is that they were trying to do live games as a service. And when I think about it, I'm like, all right, but if you're trying to do live games as a service, why are you only making one game? You only have really Fortnite kind of right now. Like, yeah, there's like Unreal is out, and they have the Epic Store and everything. But, I mean, why not? You have a game like this that's beloved by millions. You know, why don't you add in more modes? Like if the community can make this, if 2 people can make this using the creative mode, right? Imagine what one of the devs can do in their off time. Like, why not just make a deal with the developers in the company and say, hey, create modes, just have at it in your off time. Like, when you're home, have at it. If you make something, we'll give you, like, X bonus. Like, maybe we'll make it, like, a DLC where, you know, we let the community know, all right, this DLC is $3 or $1. I think $1 more like that. Microtransactions need to be micro. Like, micro is like $1, maybe. So like 100 V-Bucks, that everyone's gonna download it if it's a microtransaction. If you make it even 50 V-Bucks, everyone and their mother's gonna buy it. Do an 80-20 payout for it, where 80 goes to the person that made it, 20 goes to the company, or heck, even maybe a little bit less if that's what needs to be done to make it happen. Bam! And I won the game. And it would be big! It would be so big! I don't know why they don't do it. I really don't. But with that win out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this little rant and chat. I hope I didn't go too off the walls there. I really do. I really hope Epic does that stuff. And I hope the whole Tfue thing goes well. I hope that gets sorted and everything. But till the next one, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, join whatever you think about any of this stuff that I mentioned here today. Definitely let me know in the comments. If you like this type of video where we kind of hang out, watch some gameplay, and just chat, let me know. I could do more of it in the future. After I finish recording this, I'm gonna, you know, render it, get it sent out to the YouTubes, get it uploaded for tonight. I'm gonna try and do it tonight and upload it. And I think tomorrow I might do some gameplay. So keep an eye out. I might be playing through a scary game, and I'm gonna do it in like 30-minute segments, because I work and I go to school, so I don't have much time to record. I try and do leave 4 hours a day to record, edit, and make these videos. But I'm trying to work in actual gameplay. I know some people have mentioned that they kind of like the long form gameplay, so I'm thinking about doing like 30-minute videos of doing a playthrough where I do it like once a week and release the next 30 minutes and next 30 minutes, because then I could do that during the week, play like, you know, 30 minutes here and there, and be able to upload that, and that'll give me enough time to like get it rendered and everything, because, you know, the video's 30 minutes, so it's gonna take me 30 minutes to render it and everything, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you all enjoying the videos. Really, I've been having a blast with YouTube. This has been an honor just to have so many people joining us here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next video. So see you soon. See you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and follow if you dare.